Box with Kyle Petty. Kyle, you talked earlier today about risk versus reward. Are we seeing any of that in the first stage?
You know, for me, watching the playoff contenders, it's been kind of calm. I've not really seen a lot from them. I've seen Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain and Christopher Bell. They're on the struggle bus right now, and there's no risk, there's no reward when you're on the struggle bus. The only risk for a reward that I saw was Chase Elliott, that last lap, squeezing out.
Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the Dixie Vodka 400 at Homestead, Miami Speedway, race 34-36. I missed stage 1 because I was late getting back to college. Thank you everyone who sent me well wishes about my dad. He's fine now. Thank
top 3 and 4 of the last 5 races here, but this season only one top 5
got rolled into my room like 5 minutes ago trying to set up. I'm just glad I got here when I did.
He feels like they could have won the last 4, Dave. 100%. They feel like.
Was he mad about it? Me, man. Run around there and give up 2 spots like that. So stupid. Do we even get any points? Probably not. Yeah, we got some points.
That's right, he got some points, and Marty, no one puts more pressure on Chase Elliott than Chase Elliott.
That be true. The man is tough on himself.
For Brad Keselowski, finished 7th in that stage, and then the pit crew did their job. They gave him 3 spots here on pit road. He'll start inside row number 2. I just talked to Matt McCullough's crew chief just a moment ago. He said, man, we have been so good at the mile-and-a-half lately. It is nice to finally show it. Brad Keselowski trying to keep a streak of winning a race in the Cup Series for 11 straight years alive. He only has 3 races left to do it.
Brad Keselowski. What a run and what a turnaround they have made at RFK Racing now.
With the win at Bristol especially.
Racing, as owner driver now. Field coming out of turn 4 and approaching the Geico restart.
All right, here we go. Time to start off stage 2. Everyone who came, thanks for coming in. Here we go. Stage 2. Larson and Byron leading the pack. See it almost going 4 wide in the back with Blaney and Dillon. Right now it's going to look like 3 wide for the lead between Byron, Larson, and Truex. We're going to see who comes out strong as we come out of 2. Larson has some of the momentum. Byron still staying side by side. Truex right behind Larson. Truex hungry for a win. Yes. Top 2 clear themselves away from Truex. Keselowski and Elliott coming up on Truex for 3rd. Byron looking to poke ahead, but once again the momentum carrying Larson. Byron slides in behind Larson. 5 has been by far the best car of this race. Been so good at Homestead over the years, but he's never won at Homestead.
We watch back here in the field, the 1 and the 16 real tight around the top of the racetrack. 3 wide, Denny Hamlin and the 1 together again.
Ooh, and those 2, they are 4th and 5th on the playoff cut line. So that battle would be important. Bell has to make up some space. He did not score stage points in stage 1 from what I recall. Now he goes past Hamlin. Right now as he races, he's 43 points. Okay. Bell, 41 points below the cut line. In a very bad situation. See, oh, Chastain wiggly next to Allmendinger.
These 2 guys, they race so similar, throwing blocks on each other. AJ trying not to give up that.
Tyler Reddick had an issue at the end of stage 1. His tires were extremely worn. He is now in, according to the timer, in 11th spot. He's just passed Christopher Bell for that spot. Chastain and Ding are coming up on Keselowski. That is the 6th place battle. And all this is going on, we also have the U.S. Grand Prix in Austin at COTA.
AJ trying to fight back, take that spot back. AJ, you passed him. He's not like, okay, you know, maybe you're faster. Next corner, man, he goes right back to you. Kim, what you got on that 1 car?
We talked to Ross Chastain during Countdown to Green and asked specifically this, the aggression level. We saw it the first half of the season. We haven't exactly seen it this happen. He said it's just him evolving as a driver.
I'm gonna look away from chat for a minute. I need to send an email to one of my professors.
He acknowledged the fact too aggressive too frequently for inconspicuous points and spots, whereas now he knows when to make the right moves and the aggressive moves at the right time when it matters. And right now, points matter as he hopes to make the championship 4.
See on the bottom, the battle between the 1 and the 16 on the top, Blaney and the 9. Blaney's had great speed. We're looking for a finish out of the 12. Looking for that first win, and the 9 car was shockingly non-existent last week at Las Vegas.
Yeah, finished like in 21st. Most points are in the playoffs. Denny Hamlin and William Byron topping those charts. Interesting. Elliott's basically had to coast, considering he has earned, well, only 177 points compared to the rest. That's the 12th most of any driver.
Really, really well. Joe Logano right there on the screen. 228 points earned in the playoffs. But the 12 cars move forward on restarts.
And Blaney entered this race 11 points behind, so he needs either a really good day or a win.
What you got on the 9? Well, in talking to Chase's crew chief this morning, Ellen Gustafson told me that they're still looking for a feel that this driver wants. It's a feel with this tire in this race car. I said, have you ever had this happen before? He goes, oh yeah. He said an example would be Jeff Gordon in 2014 was incredible with a high downforce car. In 2015, the rules changed and all the downforce was taken away. It took a long time for even someone as good as Jeff Gordon to get used to that. He said we're still working through that with Chase Elliott. This week is an improvement over last week. Marty?
Boy, Denny Hamlin cannot go on restarts, and he's frustrated about it. Listen on the radio.
Hamlin's right now in 15th,
This is a back-to-back restarts. We've seen this from Hamlin. The
with Kyle Busch right behind.
restarted 19th, fell back to 24th. This one for Denny Hamlin. He restarted 9th. Now he's fallen back to 15th. So how do you manage that behind the wheel for Denny Hamlin?
Where you can hear his frustration in Denny Hamlin's voice because he knows that it's so difficult to pass. And he said he's tight, right? His car will not turn early in the run. Maybe that's okay late in the run. Maybe that extra rear grip helps him later. But you give up so much at the front end.
What I find fascinating is he's right here with two other teammates, the 18 of Kyle Busch, the 20 of Christopher Bell. Their other teammate, he's up in 3rd place. What's different about this 19 car that allows him to have the pace and the speed that the other teammates
Hello,
don't
Luke of
have?
Magog. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking into the stream.
They can't fire off. It cost them a lot of time early in the run.
Hope the drivers you like are having a good day.
Lost too much pace.
Right now, Truex coming back up on Byron. That is the battle for second spot.
19 has is when they were here for the test.
Last lap, Byron is slightly faster.
Car here at the test, and all of the drivers noticed it. They thought it was incredible that he could be so much faster than everyone else. As a matter of fact, Chase Briscoe said, we thought we were the best car, but then Denny Hamlin was out there 0.2 of a second faster.
And here comes Truex on the inside on the backstretch.
Second position.
It's going to be a hard battle for second through 3 and 4.
Penske really fast in the test. All weekend long, they've really not.
They come out of 4, they're side by side.
Both two cars in the top 10, but not the speed.
Byron's going to defend. He's not clear though, and it's going to allow Truex a better run through 1 and 2.
Away from William Byron.
I think we're gonna have
And here he comes as he slides up. He's clear for second spot. 1 second, well, 1.2 behind Kyle Larson. That all being said, Larson is still laying down the fastest laps of the entire field.
Everybody else worked the bottom in the middle of the racetrack in the test. We never did, so we were always faster. So this place can give you false readings and false expectations.
Well, you also make Key West, too. That's right. That was something we certainly do.
One guy that's happy right now is Kyle Larson. Already
Just got home? All right. Just sit down and enjoy the race, I bet.
The NASCAR season will come to an end in Phoenix, but the championship weekend will last forever.
greatest are the ones that seize the moment.
4 championship races in 3 days, all set against the stunning backdrop of
Well, technically, ARCA West, I don't think will have it is really a championship race. I believe Jake Drew wrapped up the ARCA West championship at the last race, which is at All-American Speedway.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try
He's got a 52-point advantage over
cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to 9 from
Yeah, I think a 52-point lead over Tanner Rafe, 56-point lead, which I don't. Oh, well, he hasn't. Okay, he has not wrapped it up just yet. Okay, I think groups of 5 races. Never mind. They've already. There are bonus points for doing 5 races in a row in any ARCA series, but we're past the last bonus round.
Lease a 2022 Hyundai Sonata for $239 a month, or get up to 1,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
So, yeah, I don't think it's possible for anyone to catch up to him, unless there's just a large amount of entries at Phoenix. But even then, I don't think that'll happen.
And I found out about this amazing program.
They actually train you in software development.
You're going to learn about electricity. You're going to learn about robots.
It has tripled my income. Amazon has given me a career. Yeah. I did not have one.
Hold on. I can't mute it. I can turn on the volume though, because who cares? Goddamn Amazon. See, the top 3 have already spread out. Looking at the scoring, Larson is 1.5 seconds ahead of Truex. Truex is 1.3 ahead of Byron, and Byron is 2.2 ahead of Blaney. It's closer together from Blaney on back. You're back in a bit? All right. Thanks for stopping by even for just a little bit. Hopefully I'll see you again. Holy, what the... Sorry, I thought I saw something and I got so confused. Anyway, now we're back. Lap 105. Oh, come on. Disconnect from the alarm clock slightly.
It is once again Kyle Larson out front by a second and a half. Pretty wild ride for John Hunter Nemechek early in this
Spun
race.
early from the top 10. Now he's back in 28th.
The helmet cam and great sounds and sights from the shot.
Thought he was going to try to drive into the corner to pass his teammate Ty Gibbs right there in that 23, the black car, the Monster Energy Toyota at the top of the racetrack.
Remember, John Hunter Nemechek was running fourth. Yep. Spun this car, made contact, got back here in traffic, and he has never experienced this before. And we hear drivers talk about this car behind other cars is a very challenging car to drive, and this is the first time. And John Hunter Nemechek, he is fired back in 28th, can't go anywhere. Ty Gibbs in front of him. Ty struggling in this car as well.
Love listening to the car shift. Downshifting in each corner. Ooh, he's having to get out of gas right there. Big
Right now they're just focusing on Nemechek. Blaney's running in 4th. He's almost about 3 seconds behind William Byron.
And you heard the emphasis on points. I talked with the team this morning, and they said last week was such a great reminder of how important stage points and stage wins can be. They still salvage today with a good point stage.
Kim, what a solid day it's been for Daniel Suarez, fighting right now with A.J. Allmendinger. That puts him back in the top 10. He's been in the top 10 pretty much all day long, along with his teammate Ross Chastain as well for Trackhouse Racing. I asked Daniel, how would you assess the year so far? And he said, for us, it's been a huge jump from a contending team to a winning team, and I know there's way more potential.
Suarez running in 10th, about to pass Logano.
When teams tested here, the 14 team came with Chase Briscoe, came with this exact car, and ran all 2 days. Unfortunately, in qualifying, he got to the 19th position only.
Briscoe is right now is running in 21st.
The start of the race hasn't been able to charge the corner. This car was just way too tight, and it wasn't until the 16th lap when the driver radioed in and said it's finally starting to turn. Rick?
Well, let's keep it here as we head into the Toyota Fast Lane, where our own Rutledge Wood joined some Team Toyota drivers for a fun day of drifting.
Why? Why? No! Okay, side by side, but still.
We're here at Eagles Canyon Raceway in Texas with some Toyota Racing Pro drifters, Ryan Turk and Jonathan Castro. We're going to try to get our bearings and then see which one of us is best in the GR86 street car. Let's go. This is fun. I don't think he's old enough to rent a car on his own. We're going to go drifting today. So exciting. Good job, buddy. Good job. He won. Tie with a 7.5 total score. Christopher, a close second, and then the rest of us also enjoyed the day. Time of our lives. Thank you, fellas, for making it happen.
I don't care.
We saw a little drifting earlier.
Logano falling out of the top 10 as Allmendinger takes the spot. Harvick passes Logano for 11th.
Got that one sideways, brought out a caution, but right now it has been just that caution and one for the end of stage one, the only two times.
So right now, only 4 playoff drivers running top 10. Byron in 3rd, Blaney in 4th, Elliott in 5th, and Chastain in 7th. Otherwise, Logano in 12th, Hamlin in 14th, Bell in 18th, and Briscoe still in 21st.
Now he's in the 13th position, Dave, and trying to fend off the 11 and Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do it. He just radioed his crew about 2 laps ago. Tight, center, and off. Steve, you've dealt with that here with drivers in this racetrack before.
Hamlin coming up to 12.
You know, Dave, I'll be
Well,
honest,
he was
if I
fighting
could
for 12th.
I could have fixed it. I'd still be on the pit box because this place can be so difficult.
And as well, no, what am I saying? Look, Hamlin was in 14th. I can't remember basic information. Anyway, Hamlin takes 13th away from Reddick, and Justin Haley is coming on the bottom, probably to take away 14th from Reddick.
Tight center and off, very hard to fix, even harder to fix in traffic. And this is what got the 8 in trouble. The right side looks okay, pretty normal. I mean, pit stops are so fast anymore with these single lugs. But watch it, Jack, man. He goes to the left. He struggles to get the jack set, struggles with the handle. I mean, it looks like a simple mistake, but that mistake right there was 6 or 7 spots on the restart. And once you get back there, to Dave's point, how do you fix, tight center and off? Clean air is one of the biggest fixes, and you see the difference right there. Basically a 10-second pit stop for Kyle Larson, 13 for Tyler Reddick. So 3 seconds on pit road, 6 or 7 spots, and now dirty air is making that tight condition even worse.
Reddick running back in the 15th spot right now.
I really don't know. It was so tight taking off. Now it's just got no rear grip and plowing. Oh, see, now you have the tight with no rear grip. That's like the dynamic duo set of issues.
He's dropping like a rock. Last several laps have been pretty bad for this 18 car.
No kidding.
Closing in on him.
Well, yeah, because you got to remember, they made adjustments thinking they were going to restart in the front 2 rows, right, Dale? And now he's back here.
And now we're cut to commercial.
Back there is Tyler Reddick. And it is a little loose. Larson, though, out front with a 3-second lead over Truex.
Heart-pounding design.
Anyway.
Intelligent technology.
Anyway, I'm gonna check right now I'm not gonna flip between apps because I don't have a TV at my disposal or whatever. I don't have multiple screens. Well, let's try to say this. I can't switch on my iPad because it's got running the race, and I don't want to get stuck with loading ads every time I have to watch switch between races. And my monitor chugs, so I guess I'm using the phone, which means I'll have to pause. I won't be able to look at chat for a bit. Anyway, we're on lap 31 of 56. Lance Stroll's out. Damn, he was running really well earlier in the race, as high as 3rd. Bottas is out. We know Carlos Sainz is out from the lap 1 incident. Right now, in the points, Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Perez, Russell, Vettel, Gasly, Tsunoda, Norris, Schumacher, and Gasly is heading a DRS train with the other 3. Yes, Verstappen leading by 2 seconds, I should mention.
Seems to have the big advantage over the Mercedes, but eight laps behind a safety car. Could this be a one-stop race if they decided to go aggressive?
And they're all saying the tyres are lasting better than they thought. But if you're Max Verstappen, you think, well, what's the point of me putting out a great lead?
So
Losing it to a safety car, so he might be saving some.
Pierre Gasly was just showing that he got a 5-second time penalty for a safety car infringement. I don't know what he did.
Mentioned that 5-second time penalty, and yeah, you can see.
That's I think that's harsh.
For what? Oh, for not keeping proper length. Anyway, we're back to the race, so who gives a damn about F1? Anyway, yeah, back at Homestead.
Telecast presented by T-Mobile.
Kyle Larson's looking good, Rick. 4-second lead. 39 laps complete in an 85-lap stage. I believe we're within a handful of laps from green flag pit stops, probably 5 or 6 laps, kind of at the most. They might even come a little earlier. And guys, we talk a lot about tire wear and tire grip on the racetrack. I think that makes green flag pit stops difficult.
Anyway, some cars start getting lapped. Eric Jones and Cole Custer.
On the restart, but clawing his way back, trying to get Chase Elliott for 5th here. Best run for RFK that I can remember for the 6th team, at least, in a long while. Meanwhile, the 11 car for Denny Hamlin still trying to claw his way back. The winner,
Hamilton 13.
It's open for pit stops. Coming down pit road right now, Joey Logano, Kim.
Gano, last year's winner, last week's winner, excuse me. And another car runner, Cole Custer, J.J. Yaley, Chase Briscoe, Chris Buescher, Harrison Burton, Eric Almirola all pitted. Logano was at 10.1, Yaley was 11.5. Custer finished his pit with a time that I don't know. Yeah, Truex on pit road. Logano with a 10.1, Almirola with a 10.4. Alright, Briscoe's on, Briscoe. Anyway, Harrison with a 12.0, Buescher at 10.3, a Briscoe a 13.6, a bad pit stop. Suarez, Harvick, Allmendinger, Hamlin on pit road. Reddick on pit road. I say Hamlin, because Hamlin also on pit road. Stenhouse pit road, McDowell on pit road, Ty Dillon on pit road, Landon Castle on pit road. Stenhouse with a 9.8, Dinger with 11.9. Larson on pit road. Reddick with a 10.7. Stenhouse 9.8, oh sorry. Suarez 10.7, Harvick 10.0, Dinger 11.9. Oh, McDowell 11.1, Title 13.5, Byron on pit road, Blaney on pit road. Might be a costly pit stop for the 5. Might. Larson 10. Never mind. Larson 10.5. Elliott, Keselowski, Chastain, Dillon pit road. Chastain 9.4. Blaney 10.0. Haley on pit road. Also Dillon, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones on pit road. Byron 10.2. Elliott 10.7. Haley 13.2. Gibbs 11.4. He on pit road. LaJoy, Gilliland on pit road. Haley 13.2. Austin Dillon at 23.1. Very bad. LaJoy at 9.6. Eric Jones 11.0, leaving Gilliland and BJ McLeod. Gilliland with a 14.1. Gregson hits pit road now as well. Anyway, McLeod at 13.9. Some cars have not pitted, I can see. No, Bell is not pitted. Nemechek is not pitted. I don't, Truex is. So, what else? Gregson at 10.1. So, yeah, Bell and Nemechek are the only cars that have not pitted.
Look at Denny Hamlin on pit road. Drops the jack, leaves, comes to 77 of Landon Castle.
Ooh. Yeah. Man.
Then almost in the back of 5.
That was a
and those
wacky
right
choosing
there
events.
is why drivers sometimes drive through too many pits. Cars coming in and out of boxes around them, sometimes trying to avoid. You can make the mistake of driving in through too many stalls, entering. We always saw Chase Elliott do that during his pit stall as well.
Hamlin's back and take. Oh, Noah Gregson is a penalty. Too fast entering pit road.
Trying to avoid things on pit road during green flag stops. See the bottom left penalty.
Gregson is in 24th.
Too fast on pit road.
one of his best tracks, but a year where, I mean, he said he's going to take it easy in this car, and the fact that he's only here as a sub-driver, even on his best track, it's not going to be a pretty outcome for him today.
For 2 reasons, Rick. He's definitely losing time to new tires, but if he gets a yellow, that's a huge advantage for the 20. The way he's going to try to figure this out is come down pit
19 cars in the lead lap, mostly because of the fact that Bell and Nemechek have not pitted yet. Have not pit yet.
And a ton of speed versus the field later in this run. There you go.
Bell coming into pit this time.
And see what pit road entry looks like. We talk about how it's very, very slick. This is exiting turn 2 drivers, so expect to see maybe a hand out the window. And just watch how busy a driver how a driver is.
Bell trying to get to pit road. I mean, Almirola just got through him on the inside. And, oh, he's got to get down. Burton had to get by him, too. It's going to make it makes it so hard to get down to the bottom.
As he tries to slow the car down.
And he makes it down there.
Now he's looking at his dash, trying to get the RPMs right. That's how you have pit road.
As it loops around, Kyle Larson takes back the lead.
Now it's about maintaining.
And now 27 cars in the lead lap. Well, that can't be right.
Don't drive through too many boxes. Put it in neutral, put on the brakes.
I'm sure like the timer will readjust itself because obviously no one's driving a 40-second lap. Nemechek hits pit road as well. Bell with a 9.9.
On track, but they were about 2 seconds slower than the drivers with the fresh tires. The report from the driver, tight in, snappy loose off.
Okay, 27. No, I'm still gonna wait before I confirm.
Alright, so what is that 2 seconds slower going to cost Christopher Bell? We mentioned the access road.
Nemechek a 9.8.
You can go. This is a great view right here on the right rear spoiler. He was running 17th before the pit stop, and now he's going to come off of turn 2. You see on the upper right.
Yeah, Bell is almost going to lose a lap.
He's going to be almost right on his right rear bumper. Now, luckily,
a disastrous run for the 20.
Lap pressure tires. He should be able to scoot away from Kyle Larson, but he almost.
Yeah, he might, but Larson is just so good at Homestead, he might just catch up.
Coming into view.
Race leader now, Kyle Larson, is 4.4 seconds in front of Martin Truex Jr.
Right now he's trying to lap Cole Custer, who has the title sponsor, Dixie Vodka, on his car.
He's been half a second faster in the field, so that's why I said should, because I wasn't real sure. Maybe Larson actually runs him down here with those new tires. I'd be a little concerned. I'm watching if I'm the crew chief, like the lap times, and I'm telling him, man, you got to go. No time to waste.
Yeah. He should drive away. Bell came out.
He laps Cole Custer.
Coming off of pit road.
Next car to be lapped would be Ty Gibbs in 25th.
33.6.
We've got 35 laps to go on the stage.
So a good lap there. He was the fastest car on the racetrack. But as you guys mentioned, Kyle Larson, he was the fourth fastest car on the track at a 33.9. So Larson flying around Miami.
All right. Commercial break. Back to Austin. It looks like Max Verstappen was guessing he pitted because he's back in 6th. Ooh, 11.1 seconds for Verstappen. Oh my God. That's what happened. So he did pit, but that's a catastrophe. You lose it. That's a ton of time lost when a pit stop can vary from 2 to 4 seconds. Oh my God, Vettel's my favorite driver, so I would like scream with joy if he won. Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the race at a 1:40. Really? Only a 1:40? Doesn't sound right. Oh, it's Magnussen, not Schumacher. Is Magnussen pit? Okay. So Kevin Magnussen's on a one-stop strategy. Alright, anyway, Verstappen is estimate 13. What? Something like 16 seconds behind Sergio Perez. Or Sergio Perez, as David Croft says. Anyways, scoring right now. Perez first, Vettel second, Hamilton third. That's your podium. From 4th to 10th, it's Leclerc 4th, Verstappen 5th, Russell 6th, Magnussen 7th, Ocon 8th, Alonso 9th, and Albon in 10th. Anyway, we're back at Homestead, so that's more important.
Junior, watching the Dixie Vodka 400 from Homestead Miami Speedway. 31 on pit road.
Justin Haley with a problem, running so well today too.
Some sort of issue, which probably maybe it was a loose wheel. Something is going on with this tire wheel combination. There's a great picture of the lug nut. I mean, the right front, it's definitely flat. So I'm not sure if there's extra damage from oil contact or what exactly caused this issue. But what a great year for Justin Haley. You hate to see this, and a great day for this 31. Qualified near the front, showing a lot of speed on the 31. You hate to have it end up losing laps with a mechanical issue. Currently 2 down, will probably be 3 down when he comes to pit road. But
23 cars remain on the lead lap. Next is LaJoy. Bell has been able to run away, but he's still a ways back.
The 8 of Reddick, we mentioned they had to back up into his pit stall.
Chastain battling Elliott right now for the 6th position.
Heading into the race, a lap down, and an issue also for the 3. So RCR in general, look at this right here. I'm going to give you a little, I'm going to circle it. A good pit stop is 10 seconds. You know, maybe 11, 12, 13, a little
23.6 for Reddick, 23.1 for Dillon.
That will ruin a good day. It has killed the 8's day, and the 3 is barely hanging on to the lead lap in the 21st position.
Yeah, we're talking about speed on the racetrack, drivers being able to get up against the wall, but everything has to work right.
Green flag pit stops have already taken place. 28 laps still to go in stage 2. Make sure to check your fantasy lineup.
What should I do, Rich?
You got to make those changes before the end of stage 2. Want to get a few updates. The guys that are below the cut line. And we'll start with Kim.
And Ryan Blaney making the most of this day despite the team not having the car that they really wanted. I talked to crew chief Kyle Stanley this morning, and he said they did not feel like they were great in practice and they did not have the pace they wanted. He also noted it was going to be hard to pass. So there were 2 things that they were focusing on coming into this race. Very clean, quick pit stops, and really good restarts. We've seen both of those things from the team today. Great stops.
Corey LaJoy goes a lap down. Next would be Michael McDowell.
Gaining positions. He currently is posted in the 4th position, hoping to hold on, Marty, to get some of those valuable stage points.
Tim, what a surprise. Denny Hamlin minus 21 below the cut line.
Hamlin right now is running 13th.
Restart issues. Here's what Hamlin said to Chris Gable a little while ago about that.
Back in playing a lot better on exit now. Just plan on restarts so I can go. Got to be able to hold my position.
Denny Hamlin knows those restarts have to get a lot better in stage 3, Rick. They're not out of it yet, but they certainly have a long way to go.
How do you see Chase Briscoe is in the red as well? Started the day in 19th position. Currently runs in 19th position. They've been able to go nowhere so far, undoing adjustments that they made previously to try to help Chase to the end. Meanwhile, the 20 of Christopher Bell, we saw him run long on that green flag sequence. Great Toyota on board right here from the right rear of the race car. He has gotten back all of the positions that he, in theory, gave up. Back to 17th position now, but no further. They still have to find a little bit more for Christopher Bell to ultimately go forward.
What a shot.
Okay, now I found out that there was a big crash at Coda with Alonso and Stroll.
Was taken out in the incident between Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson last week in Vegas.
Watch this battle right here. This one car, Chastain, a little bit quicker than Chase Elliott. Chase been able to fend it off, make it really, really difficult for Chastain to be able to get around him. Me and Steve were talking about it during the break. Chase needs to be careful not to lose too much track position here. I don't think he has the pace in his car, at least he hasn't shown it yet, to be able to recover from any lost track position. Chase, you can see he's running down a lane because the car in front of him, he's trying to get clean air, right? And that gives Chastain an advantage by being able to run the top. Chastain, a big run right here.
Behind them, the teammate of this one car, Suarez, you see him on the leaderboard there in 8th place. Doing a great job working through this field.
Chastain looking for the move now on With on Elliott for 6.
There's the 99 right there.
Elliott's riding the wall, coming out of 4.
Close in on this battle.
Elliott gets the momentum.
Can't make the pass. Chase just sitting there like, hey man, I'm going to run in defensive position. You do what you want to do. I'll give you plenty of room to try to get around me, but I'm going to run where I think I need to run to maintain the spot. Good little race. That's why drivers like this track. A lot of options for Chastain here to try to make this pass happen.
But I'm sure it's also frustrating because he's trying the low line, he's trying the high line. He cannot get by that 9.
Welcome
it is frustrating,
to the
but it's
championship.
also exactly what you love about being a race car driver. The challenge of trying to get around this NASCAR or this 9 car is
Holy
exactly
crap, I just realized
what
Mike
you want to
was
get
a little
behind the wheel for.
There we go.
This
That's
type of
better.
battle is what these drivers love.
Up against the wall again for Ross Chastain.
Look how much distance he lost to the 9, just trying to kind of reset here. It's interesting how that happens with this car. We didn't really see that with the old car. Looks like when they kind of follow each other around the track, they lose a ton of grip. Sometimes really have to get out of the throttle when they lose all the air underneath the car with the transfuser in the back. That's kind of something we see. He'll be fighting the back of that 9 car, almost make the pass. Then a minute later, he's this far behind. We'll look 2 laps later. He'll be right back on his bumper again. Kim, what you got on Truex?
Let's get a Toyota driver update on Truex. Currently running in the 2nd position, and while some drivers have been complaining about balance and chasing grip, Truex has loved what he's got in the car. He said it's gotten better as they've run. He thinks it's because the track is building rubber. It's very good on the long run, and he feels like he's had enough rear grip to run the wall, and that's something I talked about with crew chief James Small. How comfortable is Martin running up on that high line? And James said he's way more comfortable running the wall in this car than previous generation cars.
He won at Homestead in 2017.
And it's way easier because you have more front drive off. Currently in the 2nd position, looking for his first win on the season. Perhaps Martin Truex Jr. will be on 20th different driver in victory lane.
It's hard to believe. I know we've had 19 different winners, but Truex, you would imagine, should have been on that list. Brad Keselowski as well. I mean, these guys
consecutive
right
winning
here,
season streaks
no
with no wins.
this year.
Keselowski
They have a
11
winning streak.
seasons,
They're trying to
Truex
take a lot
7
of
seasons,
wins.
Blaney
Truex
5
and Keselowski,
seasons.
I'll
And all
give you
of
those
Truex's
three
wins have
drivers
always
right
come
there.
in his
They have
career
73
revival,
combined
starting with
career
Furniture
wins.
Row.
That's like 2 straight seasons worth of winning plus a little. So, I mean, their numbers are impressive. It's quite shocking.
Michael McDowell a lap down.
It's quite shocking
Almirola
that
is the
19
next
wins.
one.
Double down the fact that those 3 aren't one of the 19.
19 to go.
Being former champions of the sport and still have not found victory lane.
And all 3 of the drivers that I mentioned are running in the top 5.
Right against her. Got loose, saw him wiggle a little bit, chasing up the racetrack. Eric Jones underneath us right along. No big damage.
That happens all the time.
Almirola a lap down. Next up is Briscoe.
Right around the bottom of the racetrack. Looked like he might be coming to pit road there for a minute, but really making some good time down there when he needs to use the bottom.
Briscoe's running 20th with decent lap time with most drivers. The problem is Larson, Truex, Byron are so fast, but the guys behind them are all running very similar pace. Nate, what do you have on Briscoe?
Well, Jeff, right after that green flag pit sequence, where Chase was running was a danger zone for getting laps, so he was told you're going to have to push it to stay on the lead lap, and that is what he's been doing. Right before that little wall contact, he said, going looser. You nailed it, Burton. Loose race car.
So Larson trying to put Briscoe a lap down here at Miami.
Championship implications. The driver who screwed him, well, you can say screwed him over, but passed him to make it, got enough points in the last race of the round of 12 to pass Larson to make it into the round of 8. Now, you might trap him here. Anyway, back under commercial. Time to once again check back at COTA. See how that's going. Oh, Hamilton is in the lead. Verstappen is 3 seconds behind. It's 13 to go. Vettel must have pitted. Oh man, I'm like, oh please.
At the top of the hill, Norris with damage to his car because accident that took out.
And I gotta do some math. Right now, let's say 3.3 seconds divided by the last quarter of the race. 14 laps to go. He has to not give up more than 0.2 seconds, 2.4 seconds a lap. Now let's say he doesn't want Verstappen to get DRS. He's gonna make it even more complicated. Divide 3.3 by make it 2.3, and he can only lose, and he can't give up more than 0.16 seconds.
Turned up on the radar at the international airport, didn't he? Just up the road. Went to the back, damaged car. He's now
5-second time penalty for Latifi. Oh God.
And well, what an afternoon he's had in many respects.
Meanwhile, Nicholas Latifi's been given a 5-second time penalty.
Oh, the gap's going down. Well, great. I say that I was hopeful, but Verstappen gained back like 0.7 seconds in the last lap.
7 seconds. Hamilton over Verstappen. Leclerc.
One thing that might help is that Leclerc is in the DRS range, and he might catch up and slow him down.
5 seconds currently. Barely anything between.
That was a big lap for Verstappen. Just gained 6 tenths there. And they've got nobody in front of them for a good while, if at all, during this race now. So that was a big lap to close that much.
And Leclerc is now out of DRS range.
As we see Lando Norris going around the outside of Alex Albon into turn 1.
Wow, it's like the 5th pass of the day under green.
Enjoying himself in the first corner. I wonder if Hamilton had a moment in turn 9. He had a lap time deleted, and he go off the track and lose a bit of time as a result of that.
No, I didn't notice that they're on different tire strategies. Hamilton on hards, Verstappen on mediums. Anyway, I'm going to keep both of these races on now.
In Miami, and that's what everyone has done. Larson has done it the best.
Anyway, Briscoe was lapped during the commercial break.
Over Martin Truex Jr.
You motherfucker. Of course he forced off Schumacher.
Running playoff drivers.
11 to go. The next car to be lapped to be Harrison Burton.
They've been fighting all day for the 6th spot, it seems like. Suarez, Logano are part of the top 10. And Kevin Harvick right there fighting as well. Marty, what's happening with the 24?
William Byron doing all he can to create some speed, Rick, and to that point, got on the wall a little while ago. And Steve, I love the conversation that ensued right after that. A spotter, Brandon Lyons, said, and move down the track a little bit so we can take pictures. And immediately, Rudy Fugle, his crew chief, came on the radio and said, no, don't do that. Go back to the wall, run the wall, be aggressive. So I love the crew chief.
10 to go on the stage, by the way, as we're now on lap 45 of the U.S. Grand Prix.
Has found success here. That's where kind of Rudy and Byron jumped on the scene together, right? They get paired together last year. They come down here in the spring and February, and boom, to victory lane they go. There was this belief. They had worked together before at the Truck Series, and it was obvious they had this rapport, and it carried right through. So no one, in my opinion, knows better that what William Byron needs more than Rudy Fugle. So that's a crew chief helping his driver, pushing whatever buttons he thinks his driver needs. Some need the reins pulled back a little. Some need a little encouragement. As this race goes on, the wall in turn 3 and 4 gets darker and darker from various hits and scrapes. The tires seem
McDowell passed Briscoe, so that's going to really screw Briscoe. Because now Briscoe is not even the first car in the lead lap.
These tires seem to be able to handle it a little bit better. Also, I think that
Chastain, well, what happened to Chastain? He lost a few spots. Oh, he got passed by Suarez.
Only the bottom of the tire with the cambered rear end suspension allows that to hit the wall. And seems to be a little more durable today. If you take a look at the replay here. Chase Briscoe once again up there on the wall. Watch how loose he gets this time. That is a great save. Always off of turn 2. I wonder what it is about the transition there that's got the drive. Really where we're seeing most of these guys lose the back of the car tremendously. Briscoe trying to fight as hard as he can because possibly he can get up there and beat Harrison Burton for the free pass. And Harrison just about got by Chris Buescher.
Lap 46 at Coda.
Now the 5 of Larson is trying to get by Buescher. Here we go. Buescher trying not to go 1 lap down. Probably going to happen. 7 to go in the stage. He's going to race him pretty hard. These are 2 non-playoff drivers. I think that's a playoff driver in that 5 of Larson. He might let him go, but yeah, maybe race him a little bit harder than than he normally would. Larson's going to try to drive in here and clear him up the racetrack.
Stays down low, so the momentum back again to Swisher. We'll see if he can get back to him. He doesn't.
Amazing what that 5 car can do in the middle of the corner. Drive in on the bottom, stop, turn, and exit turn 2 low, and still keep pace. Not give up a ton of momentum in the middle of the corner.
All right, so that's really the question for me, right? We knew the 5 was good at running the top. We talked about it before the race, but Burton, what I see is not just Kyle Larson running the top. I see Kyle Larson driving a 5 car that can work middle, bottom, and top of this racetrack. That has to be disheartening to all the competitors.
Well, he's going to have to, because nobody's going to give him the top. I mean, he, as good as he is,
Oh, gee, the margin's still closing in, it looks like, for Hamilton. We've got 5 laps to go at Homestead.
He's going to make him pass him on the bottom. And, Bush right here.
Oh, Briscoe is slow. Flat right rear, it looks like. Caution is out. No, that's not going to help his playoff hopes.
Profile's pretty bad, or platform's pretty bad. I can tell what's going on.
Lap 47 at Coda. Oh.
Yeah, something is flat or failed on the back of this car. I don't know if it's the right rear, but it's definitely tipped up. The whole nose is up in the air. Yeah. See, there's no letters on the left rear. Must have spun the car around or something. Something broke, he said. I don't know. Well, he's
talking about the steering right there, guys.
There's contact on the right front. He's got some right front damage. I think he's actually spun this car out somewhere.
He's been fighting an exceptionally loose race car. Every time we show him, he's had his hands full.
Yeah. Might have got loose, hit with the right rear, right front. Let's take a look. So there he is. Back here around the start.
All right, let's see what happened to Briscoe.
Sideways right there. Pow! Right front,
smacked the wall.
Yeah, that's why the steering's no good anymore.
Yeah. 1.6 is the gap.
Unapproved. This will be an unapproved hit. This is going to be big damage on Sludge.
Unless some disaster happens, I'm starting to lose hope.
That's just Chase Briscoe, falling through the field, trying to make something out of nothing. And, he's had some really good finishes lately. He's been clawing them out. Not really running that great during races, but finding a way to finish races well. But today, they've got a huge hurdle to overcome right here.
This week, when we talked to all the drivers about Larson and Rex being really good here, he waved his hand. Hey, look at me, man. I like this place. I run really good here. Felt like he could come here and contend.
If he goes to the garage, he's out of the race. And that's what it sounded like.
Briscoe out.
They are going to take it into the garage. So the first playoff driver that has terminal issues here in Miami.
Heard the radio rule change by NASCAR. Control arm can't change it off pit road. They know you got to change the toe link, but they don't want to change all these suspension parts. So broke an upper control arm or a lower control arm. If you go to the garage, we're going to be done. Yes, that is factual. If you go behind that
Briscoe is trying to figure out what to do
on a damaged vehicle policy, but you can't change a control arm on pit road. So unless you can go
lap 48, gap's 1.7,
and need minimum speed, your day is over. I know this is an emotional battle. You're trying to not want the day to be over, but if the control arm is broken, you cannot change it on pit road.
We saw some crew members running to the garage.
They're trying to Briscoe, I'm going to the garage. No, I'm not. Going to the garage. No, I'm not. Anyway, Briscoe is kaput, looks like. Anyway, back to Coda. Also helping Verstappen is that he's on mids, mediums, Hamilton's on hards.
Meanwhile, out in front, Hamilton a tenth ahead in the first sector, Verstappen a tenth ahead in the middle sector. Gap still stays at 1.5 seconds.
So, Verstappen now, this next couple of laps, he needs to get in the DRS, doesn't he? Next three maximum, he needs to get within that 1 second. Because that's worth 0.6. Yeah. If you can get the rear wing open, still debris on that back straight.
Fernando Alonso passes Kevin Magnussen for 6th.
Past the Haas of Kevin Magnussen. I didn't know if that debris had come off the back of the Haas, or if it was just something that had come off the back of the Alpine, or they picked it up from the track.
We're on lap 49, 8 laps to go at Coda.
Right hand mirror, and Sky Race Control said to me earlier he saw it wobbling around, and there it is. Good spot there, Ant.
Yeah, a mirror, yeah, wobbling.
It does bounce off.
Boing. Probably, I'm hoping that's off the track.
Yeah, but don't forget that mirror had a fairly heavy landing earlier on, didn't it? There it
Oh,
is.
shoot.
Nice
Thing blocked the pump. That thing really just bounced. Oh, man. The gap is now less than a second. Not good, not good. No, oh, no, no, no. The last eighth of the last seventh of the race.
And it's all eyes on the monitors, and it's fingers crossed, isn't it, in both garages? I'm sure that's the tension inside the Mercedes garage. Out on the track, these two doing what they do best, trying to win races.
Except the Mercedes is undoubtedly the worst car of the two, as opposed to last year.
He looks like it. He's got the DRS now. Hamilton's looking in his mirrors to see where Verstappen is, to see where that threat might be coming. And Verstappen doesn't
Lap
make the
50.
challenge on this particular corner. He's got a long back straight to come.
Yeah, Verstappen's got the faster tyre, the faster car, and a better straight line speed, and he'll have the DRS rear wing open.
Like, how do you defend against
if he
that?
can just stay in range, I'm not sure there's anything Lewis Hamilton can
It's like, how do you defend against that? Last lap of stage 2, Briscoe is getting out of the car. He's done. I mean, I guess they're going in for pit stops now.
So basically, just review it. Accident, hits the wall, comes down. He's on the damage vehicle policy, comes to pit road. There is specific suspension parts you can't change. Upper or lower control arm. NASCAR changed the rule to be safer for the crew members because it was starting to get carried away on pit road. Toe link is still acceptable. They have more damage than that. There's no option. You've wrecked. What needs to be repaired to make minimum speed cannot be repaired. So therefore,
oh my God.
It doesn't matter. You were out of the race.
Damn it.
Chase Briscoe, high hopes heading into the day.
Oh, they're side by side now. Oh, almost contact.
Chase Briscoe getting all the way now to the round of 8. That's the furthest he's ever been. Ross Chastain, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, and Christopher Bell all in the round of 8 for the very first time in their careers. As we see
oh, God. No, 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 no.
Will sweep stage 1 and stage 2. It's the 8th time that he has swept the first 2 stages of the race. And he's only gone on to win twice.
DRS for Hamilton, but it's like the car is... Oh my God, it's like the car is still slower, it looks like.
But finished third.
Oh my God. How do you can't catch up to that?
Let's check back in with Kyle Petty on the Peacock pit box.
Like, it looked like it was slower under DRS. Anyway, we're back to the Homestead. Kyle Petty, I guess now at the stage break. Anyway, stage 2, Larson, Truex, Byron, Blaney, Keselowski, Elliott, Suarez, Chastain, Logano, Hamlin, your top 10. And now I get to go die inside thinking about the U.S. Grand Prix.
We still see Christopher Bell on the struggle bus. Denny Hamlin is trying to get off that thing. Ross Chastain is off. I think this is going to be a great segment, a great last stage for Chastain. We're going to talk with Chase Elliott in the 6th position is doing a really nice job maintaining that track position, but I think all of us up here agree we haven't seen anything special enough out of that 9 car that if he did have an issue on pit road, I'm not sure he could recover. So execution for Chase Elliott is going to be key. Chase Briscoe going to take
Hamilton complaining that Verstappen's exceeding track limits.
Do that, and now cars making their way onto pit road, Kim.
And a 4th place finish in that stage for Ryan Blaney. Top left, he said he was better this run, just a little free in 3 and 4. So they're going to give him a little more rear security as well as a little more turn with an air pressure adjustment on those 4 fresh Goodyears and Sunoco fuel. As Chase Elliott in front of you, Dave.
He gives up 6th position, Kim. He just needs it to work better on the wall. And
5 laps to go at Hoda.
Kyle Larson in his pit stall early because he had that huge lead on pit road. Easily he'll win the race off of pit road. He said he made wall contact, quote, decently twice. His teammate William Byron, 17 critical stage points in the bank already.
All right, Larson, Truex, Byron, Blaney, Elliott, Suarez, Hamlin, Keselowski, Harvick, Kyle Busch.
So many positive vibes that come from Miami, drivers winning championships, but there's also the negative, and that's what Chase Briscoe has suffered here in Miami. He's now out of this race. He'll have to fight to get to the championship.
That'll try to pass Alex Albon for 9th. Gets it. Back under commercial. Back to Coda. Sorry, I'm not looking at comments right now because I'm focused on this.
Max Verstappen down that back straight. Vettel leads Albon over the line. Then comes Yuki Tsunoda and Joe Guan Yu. By the time that Verstappen and Hamilton get to turn 12, only half a second between them.
Yeah, so
Black and white flag for car one. Wait, that's your.
if he runs wide again.
Okay, Verstappen is going to get a penalty if he goes a foul again.
Use that for all your strikes now, folks. They need to be safe on track limits.
Yeah, aiming for the home run here. Max Verstappen, 3
So a 5-second time penalty if he exceeds again. Oh, I'm praying for it. Oh, he's out of DRS range now. Oh, now he's back in it. I'm so nervous, man. I don't watch F. I don't particularly like F1 as much as anything NASCAR, IndyCar, but I root for him. I like Mercedes. God damn, I'm praying for a win. My God, I completely went off the track.
Come back on the track with a bit of an advantage, and then we see Vettel managing to get past through the next right-hander.
Hamilton's done the fastest first sector of anybody in the entire Grand Prix. He's hanging on to the back of that Red Bull.
Yeah, Max has definitely
We got 4 laps to go.
from Lewis Hamilton since he took the lead of this race.
So Max now 3 strikes.
Hamilton is just keeping everyone up to date.
He went up for turn 20. Turn 20, the last turn on the track.
Finds the edge, all 4 wheels over the white line, and you've exceeded track limits, and you're allowed to do it 3 times before you get a penalty in the race itself.
A turn 12 incident involving 4 cars.
Vettel going off the track, I think, there, and coming back still ahead of the 3 cars behind him, but not behind Alex Albon.
Hamilton then with another track limits at 40 minutes past the hour, so he must be getting close to a strike.
And possible turn on. Hamilton's lost DRS now, so he's not going to be able to keep up as well. Frankly, I'm not sure how helpful it would be.
Lewis Hamilton, the DRS has gone unless Hamilton can go that much faster through the middle sector here.
Yeah, and the rear tyres of Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes really complaining under torque demand, under throttle coming out of turn 1 there.
So Max Verstappen then might be able to breathe a little bit more easily. He's aiming for win number 33 in his career. It's car number 33.
Black and white car for Hamilton. Oh, shit. Black and white flags for Hamilton.
Exceeding track limits now. They've both got to be careful.
Hamilton now also 3 strikes on track limits. So just
That looked... Well, they both looked...
33 wins for Max Verstappen, by the way. Coincidentally,
This is number.
win total of all American drivers combined in Formula 1.
Well, excuse us for not having that many American drivers in F1. Ugh.
As you said, Martin, on the weekend with the sad news of the passing of
How
the
was...
Red Bull co-owner, but in Formula 1 terms,
I don't understand track limit rules. Is it all 4 wheels? Is it 2 wheels? I don't give a... I don't know.
claim the Constructors' Championship too. Well, it's what he would have absolutely loved to have been part of and to have seen the success that he laid the foundations for.
Yes, we would have seen obviously Max getting the title. That curious situation at the end of the race in Suzuka.
And we're back at Homestead.
He's got really, really good speed. Is really struggling lap.
2 laps to go at Coda.
Can't run the bottom capacity, buddy, so he's kind of welded to the wall as well.
And then Blaney added to the team. The weak point he feels like is his entry into turn 1. He can't roll with speed into it, so that's what he's going to work on this final stage, Dave.
Did Chase Elliott's team adjust his race car to be a winning race car? That remains to be seen. One thing that did happen, the pit crew did its job. They picked him up 1 spot, Marty.
How about Denny Hamlin's pit crew? Rough first stop of the day. They gained him 3 on this last stop
Russell's
of the day.
pitting.
And Chris Gavehart had a conversation with Hamlin about which lane to choose on the restart. Listen.
It feels like we're getting bottled up on the bottom there, or not having enough momentum to finish and keep warm on the top. I don't know if you're feeling the same way. It's just situational, but that's what we see up here. So just keep that in mind under the next one.
Restarts have been a topic for Hamlin all day long. Can he get a good one here at a critical time? We'll find out, Rick.
About to find out. He will have 97 laps remaining in this race.
All right, anyway, they're lined up 2 by 2. I think pace car is about to pull off. Yes, it is. Time to start the last stage. We'll have 97 laps to go. Green flag at Homestead.
Row 1 as we get the final stage underway. A lot of momentum for the 5.
Ooh, and that looks close. It's going to be 3 wide behind Larson. Blaney, Byron, Truex. Byron. Wow. And now Elliott forcing his way up to 3rd, and they're 3 wide behind, almost 4. They are 4 wide. Blaney, Elliott, Truex, Hamlin. Ahead it's Larson, Byron. Blaney moves to 3rd.
And Blaney was on the inside, and just behind him, the 11.
Elliott slipping back now to 6th.
We got a Denny Hamlin siding in the top 5 and a little front run speed.
Last lap at Coda.
They've struggled on fire off. It's asked for them to help his race car. Looks like they're making it work. The 9 and the 19.
All right, anyway, it's Blaney, Truex, and Elliott battling for 5th.
19 using that momentum. Right in the middle of the racetrack, trying to pull in front of the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Again, that early run speed in the Penske car, too. Hanging tight on the back of this 24 and the 5.
Yeah, half a lap to go at the U.S. Grand Prix.
Take advantage of that while you have pace in the car on the first few laps of the run.
Byron all the way up to the fence, going through 1 and 2 that last time through. And we'll see if it works out for him now to the bottom of the race.
I'm trying to dive down. Got to find some way to get past Larson. But Blaney is coming up as well.
24 slides up the racetrack side by side. Off a turn 4 down the front straight.
Where's the better momentum?
Staying away from each other so there's no side draft.
Blaney able to make the bottom of the racetrack work. We'll see if he can complete the pass.
Blaney on bottom, Byron on top, going for 2nd place. And Blaney clears.
Fires off better and better and better. We get a short run late in this race. He's got the track position. That could be a way for him to get the
anyway, race over in the U.S.
His teammate.
Max Verstappen wins at Coda.
Fighting for the same spot.
Hamilton 2nd, Leclerc 3rd.
Junior is not. Marty.
Perez will be 4th, Russell 5th, Norris 6th, Alonso 7th, Magnussen 8th, Vettel 9th, and Tsunoda in 10th. Anyway, enough of that. I can't take it.
How critical this restart would be. And keep this in mind, Rick, as he gets that position, maybe from William Byron. Denny Hamlin has been the best car.
All right, back to Homestead.
Maybe even better than Kyle Larson. So these early spots could be critical.
His 24 had some issues being too tight. As this race goes on, the track's going to get tighter. They are not staying ahead of this racetrack. He's losing track. He's going to lose a position.
Byron actually, so he lost 3rd and 4th to Hamlin and Truex. Hamlin trying to make his way back up. He needs points because he's the last driver below the cut line. And Elliott trying to pass by Byron.
Now standing by with Dave.
Just stepped out of the medical center. Chase, were you chasing the same thing all day long?
Essentially, 5 drivers are in the fight to try and get the last. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Trying to get those last 3 spots, and all 5 of them are in the top 8.
Every lap there was last 5 and 10, and knew we weren't going to get the lucky dog. Was honestly just kind of cruising, trying to get to the caution there in a couple laps, and went into the 1, and it was like I hit ice. So.
Yeah, you spelled Verstappen right.
Just crashed by myself, so embarrassing on that side. Of all the time for it to happen, that's not when we needed it to happen. So, yeah, just know what we got to do next week now. It was obviously a struggle to kind of pass the first race, and we'll open up our strategy a little bit now for next week. So,
Larson's now opened up a 2nd lead.
Everybody says that our first race for the guys.
Anyway, I gotta fix this. 19 cars in the lead lap, back to Chris Buescher.
Martinsville is his next shot, guys.
100%.
And while I'm here, 88% of all viewers are not subscribed, so don't forget to hit that button. I'm so close to monetization. I'm also planning on expanding my commentary for Discord once I hit 1,000, which I presume will happen before the Clash next year.
Duo of Chase Elliott and William Byron, 6th and 5th position. They're right on the back bumper of the 19 of Truex. Great action right here down into turn 1 and 2. Marty, what you got on the 24 here struggling?
Yeah.
About to lose another spot, Junior, and you're spot on. The car just way too tight for William Byron early in the run here. In fact, came on the radio a second ago as his teammate Chase Elliott looks underneath him, said just plowing tight early in this run.
Yeah, and that'll get worse because this track's just going to get tighter. It ain't going to get looser. You have to keep working on that race car, find a way to give him fire off speed. We've seen some teams do it. This 11 car, Denny Hamlin took off on this restart. They've improved his car really, really tight on the early runs for him early in the race.
Chase Elliott up to the 5th spot now as the 24 continues to fall back.
Yeah, the hope
loses
is
a spot to Elliott. He's in 6th. No shit.
Chance to work on this car again.
Suarez
trying to make the
peak.
peak.
His teammate right now, Ross Chastain, but the 99 also trying to take a position away from
And he
Byron.
does.
He gets that spot.
Oh, come on. No.
Ross Chastain now working his way into the top 10, trying to find his way into the top 5 around Chase Elliott for that position.
We saw just how tough Daniel Suarez was at the Roval. He lost power steering and
Gets passed by Logano, and this isn't getting any better.
For so many laps before they were able to help him out a little bit by adding some steering fluid, but it was a tough battle, but it ended up eliminating him from the playoffs in the round of 12.
Impressed to be able to see what that car can do on the bottom of the racetrack, making good pace down there. Really the only one doing that down there on the racetrack this late into the run.
Larson out front, we've seen that almost all day, 145 laps led, and
an issue.
11! Problem for Denny Hamlin.
Looks like he's backed up to speed.
Oh.
I don't know if he got loose in
What happened?
1 and 2.
Well, he lost a bunch of positions.
11 car down into turn 1. Sideways. Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. Right rear. Oh my god. How the heck did he not lose it? Oh my god. He's still going. He was running 3rd. He's fallen back to 5th.
Everything's fine. Regroup, get going again. But what kind of damage did he do to that right rear tire for the long run?
Well, they keep in mind that as the sun's starting to set, that turns 1 and 2 is starting to get shaded, and now that could change the way.
Suarez is going to sail in.
You may need to go
to
back
the turn.
on those adjustments.
I mean, now looks like we're going to go to the commercial that was planned. I don't get to see the side by side. And now there's no other race to watch in the meantime. I'm going to update the view count. Alright, anyway, let's see. Byron's still holding on in 8th, but clearly he's still slow with this car being so tight. He's slower than a ton of cars behind him, and that's just going to make it worse. Damn, Byron falls to 10th position. Oh, damn it. This is just getting worse. We had so many stage points, and now we're falling like a rock. 17 stage points. Oh, man. The second... We went from being the best playoff car the whole day, and now we're like the second worst. Well, third worst because Briscoe's out. The only car out of the race, but fuck. Anyway, at least I have Elliott running fourth, which is some comfort. Man. Hamlin and Blaney are the two cars behind him in points that have a conceivable shot.
The NASCAR Cup Series playoffs on NBC. This telecast presented by T-Mobile. I want to take a look at the Ruoff Mortgage keys to victory lane.
Yeah, 1 or 2 stops this last stage, the longest stage. When I only need to stop once for fuel, there's a little bit of data that says you stop twice for tires, you can have a faster run overall.
When will we see the cautions?
We've had one or two.
On this lap, but it takes one caution at the wrong time to mess your whole day up.
Larson's been out there a half a second faster in the field, banging the boards. Can anybody get up there and find the pace that he has and bring the fight to this 5 car?
I want to go through the field, and we'll start with Martin.
Kyle Larson, so impressive today. He's led all but 36 laps here at Miami. And Cliff Daniels had an interesting conversation with him under the last caution. He said, listen to me. The track is going to go through a transition during this next run. Keep that in mind this entire run. Tell me what the car needs, because we need to adjust to the racetrack, or we may not win this thing, Kim.
Ryan Blaney currently running in the 2nd position, and Dale Jr. noted what the fire-off speed they've had. Well, that has been their clutch here today, and they knew that before they even started this race. I checked in with the team. They said we have great short run speed, feel really good about it. We just need to maintain during the long run. That hasn't been where we were strong this weekend, so hoping that they get a caution late in the race so that Blaney can use that good fire-off speed. They can take advantage of the short run. Mark Truex Jr. running right behind him in the 3rd position. Still with us on the season for the number 19 team, and I asked them today, have they come to terms with the fact that they may go winless on the season? And Chief James Small told me that is not even in our psyche. We have not thought about that. We have 3 more races this year that we can potentially win, and today is just as good a shot as anybody. Right now, just a little bit free, Dave, on the 19 car.
Things are looking up right now for Chase Elliott, and he's been running so close to the wall. Look at that. Alan Gus is in his crew chief. Told me we didn't do that much in practice because we weren't very good. I said, has he run well there in the past? He said, oh yeah.
They finished second in 2020.
When we got blocked and then passed.
Yeah, Logano
Chase is very comfortable
blocking him with revenge for Bristol.
And then look at the data that he collects before he really starts charging up there. Martin looks like he's doing it now.
Dave, save of the day goes to Denny Hamlin. I would say they freed that car up for Hamlin. Now the question is, how good will it be on the long run, which has really been their strength all evening long or all day long. Denny Hamlin hasn't said a word after that near wreck a moment ago, Kim.
Joey Logano running in the 6th position. They have been working on their long run speed throughout the course of this race, trying to get it better. They feel good about the short run speed. And despite not being up front throughout the race, they still have a goal of winning this race. They said the benefit of winning here today, despite already being locked in the championship for
momentum,
it keeps every other playoff team from getting their focus on Phoenix, Marty.
That's also true. We're at 75 laps to go.
Series championship, and he told me earlier this week, I feel so at home in Miami, and I would say so. Right now, the best running trackhouse car, just in front of his teammate Ross Chastain. He's saying the car a little bit too tight early in the run, Kim.
And too tight for Chastain as well. Just needs more turn, and a kind of a surprise race for Chastain. He's been so good at intermediates. Thought he was going to lead last year today. Only has got 2 stage points currently right now in the plus on the plan leaderboard, but he's going to have some work to do to make sure he maintains that spot come Martinsville, Marty.
Kevin Harvick at Miami, Kim, where he won a title, and he also leads all drivers in top 5s, top 10s, and average finish, showing why he's so good at this racetrack. They, too, very good on the longer run. He's been in the top 10 all day long. William Byron back as far as he's been all day long. In the 10th position, car extremely tight. Listen to the radio.
Yelling about plowing. We just got to survive somehow, buddy. Do all you can for
Rudy Fugel trying to keep his driver in the game, telling him, hey, stick with it, but the car, a handful for Byron right now.
Yeah, well, still 72 laps to go in the race. You know, he knows the car's not
plus
good.
+5 right now.
Loses positions. He closes in on that cut line, currently +5 over Blaney, same over Hamlin. So
he was -6, I think, entering today.
Only a few laps away. If you're going to stop twice, Rick, just past lap 200, we may see green flag pit stops when we return to Miami.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, back under commercial. And also, while you're here, I want to say thank you for everyone who sent my dad the well wishes. He got discharged earlier today, so he's all good. He's got his gash stitched up, so it's all good. Anyway. Oh my god, not the fucking TikTok commercial. I hate the TikTok, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, whatever bullshit. I'm so tired of that one. Every year it's something. There's one stupid ass commercial. 2020 it was Applebee's. 2021 it was also Applebee's. And 2022 is that stupid TikTok commercial. Caution on 10 to go? Perhaps. That was the trend before 2021 or so. Checking view counts again. Probably set an unrealistic expectation given some stuff. Alright. 144. I know, given I started the race halfway through, and I knew F1 probably reached away some viewers as well. But you know what? You do what you can do. Anyway, we're back at Homestead.
Larson now
an 8-second lead.
And
Byron loses more positions.
12 points on either side of the cut line for that championship for Ross Chastain. 12 points right now ahead of the cut line. William Byron, he's +4, and the two guys below it, Blaney and Denny Hamlin.
My God, his car is the worst in the lead lap.
Find those points. Remember, every position on the racetrack is a point. Marty.
Oh, it's painful. It's painful. Why did they make the car so tight?
Hey, Stevens, you're Christopher Bell's team. You're Adam Stevens right now. You're 35 below the cut line. Would you not throw a Hail Mary here and say, hey, we're going to do it in 2 stops. Maybe we'll drag other people with us.
I would say they need to do a Hail Mary, but I don't know if 2 stops is the Hail Mary. I think Richmond, while it looks nothing like Miami, has the same sort of tire wear, and we saw a lot of guys just chase the math. The math says pit in about 32, 33 laps on your tires, pit again in 33 laps. While it seems like having an extra pit stop is crazy, Rick, old tires are so slow. The extra laps on the new tires make up more time. Basically, it's a math equation. It's 5 to 8 seconds faster to pit twice. The negative, you're a lap down for a pretty good chunk. And it's easy for a lot of points, which all the playoff guys need, to slip away very quickly. So we're going to see who does what, Dave.
So, Steve, I had that conversation with Adam Stevens this morning, and he really wouldn't jump at the 2-stop strategy.
I don't know. I don't have iRacing. I don't have a setup. I don't have a wheel. I don't have enough monitors, and I've never really been interested. Oh my God, we're only +2.
I don't feel like I have to really throw a, quote, Hail Mary. So we'll see what they do, but based on where his points were, that wasn't the strategy he was definitely going to adhere to begin with. So, Marty?
Yeah, William Byron is right in front of him. I can tell you he wants to do 2 stops. Rudy Fugle told him a moment ago, give me a couple of more here, Steve. So he's going to have him run about 4 more laps. So William Byron struggling. Now he's back in 13th. He desperately wants to get to pit road.
So the magic number is if you feel you can run 60 laps on fuel, that's when you want to pit on the 2-stop strategy, because if you get caught by a yellow, you can then take the waiver route. Right? So I know this sounds silly, but these crew chiefs aren't thinking 1 move ahead on this chessboard. They're 2, 3, 4. They're like, all right, if I move this piece, what is everybody else going to do? And say the caution does come out. Say I'm just unlucky. Have I put myself in a corner to end my day? Or do I still have an escape plan? You know, the best, smartest minds in the world, they don't get into any sort of mix of anything without knowing their way out. That's what these crew chiefs are trying to do right here. So I would imagine 1 or 2 more laps, and we're going to see what the decisions are by the leaders.
And if you're Larson, do you set your own strategy, or do you go off of your competitors that are closest to you?
With a 9-second lead, I'm really concerned about the top 5. Right now, he might have his own plans, but don't let Truex, Blaney, Elliott, or Hamlin get track position on me. Because they're going to have pretty good cars.
Home, let me race an Irish. 4th at Talladega, not bad.
I'm not stressed about those guys. It's the one right behind me, isn't it? Nope, I think he's going to come right here. So we're going to see some
Bell or Byron pitted.
Pit road opens, but to your point, with a 9-second lead, you can run that extra. You can take a deep breath, see who you're really, racing or who you're not racing. The 24 looks low on the track. I would say this is pit entry angle for the 24. There you go, left-hand turn for William Byron.
Got a pit.
The faucet has opened. We'll see if any other teams want to counter William Byron's move to come in. It's clear what his strategy is now.
You gotta fix that damn car.
And more importantly, some adjustments. A car that ran up front earlier has fallen outside the top 10 with 61 to go. It's going to be an important adjustment, Marty, for the 24.
Pitted from 14th, Steve, and not quite to 60 to go, 61 to go. But William Byron couldn't handle it any longer. And the thing that's amazing to me is the massive swing this car went through. We heard the radio earlier about how tight he was. He could barely drive it because it was so loose at the end of the run. You see cars continuing on the racetrack, and that's the question. Look at that. They're going to have to tighten the left front. They have to you have to get that wheel nut on.
And his car stalled. Are you kidding me?
A disastrous pit stop for William Byron.
Oh, fuck.
Crumple it up and throw it in the paper ring. It doesn't matter what strategy on. If it takes 25 to 30 seconds to put 4 tires on the car, there's no winning strategy that can overcome that.
Fuck! Wow, I disconnected my iPad from the alarm clock.
Problem here, another green flag stop problem. So again, slow green flag stops for the teams we've seen the pit so far. 4 tires, no good fuel for Logano.
Now if I'm a crew chief waiting to call my crew, and I'm scared to death. 2 guys, 2 bad stops. All right, guys, take a deep breath. Nothing special here. Let the strategy work out. We don't have to press. Sometimes pitting on the green, you think you need to try harder. This is the one that's going to gain the attention. Now Blaney and Chase Elliott have come to pit road. It'll be decision time for the 5, but first pit stops, Kim.
And they told the team, make a clean stop. They paid attention to what happened. This was their goal all day long, have clean stops every single stop. Blaney just needs more grip in the rear over the long run. Air push adjustment day for Ryan Blaney.
And we got a clean stop here for Chase Elliott. Good on the right side, around to the left side. Now Chase hit his marks perfectly. Sunoco fuel going in. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, Dave, I agree. Very good. Great execution by the 9.
Chastain slips on the pit road.
Smoke in the right front trying to get to pit road.
And Ross has been complaining about front turn. He just doesn't have any on either end of the racetrack. They did take an air pressure adjustment. 4 tires Sunoco fuel for Ross Chastain. As you see, Mark Trent Jr. there.
Caution! Blaney spun coming off of pit road! Are you for real? Well.
We talked about the access road. It looks like the 12 of Ryan Blaney leaving pit road, spun on the access road, trying to get too much.
Wow.
Kyle Larson still on the racetrack. I think the first thing is let's see what happens with Blaney, but then Rick would have to take a couple laps and let scoring work out and see who is lucky by this caution and who gets hurt by it?
Larson was on his way to pit road
Wow.
when this happened. He was slowing
11
down.
seconds
and so
ahead of
the
the
second
Denny
the caution
Hamlin.
came out, he stayed out on the road.
Well,
You know, Rick, I'd rather be lucky than good, but in the perfect world, you're both. And that might just be both for Kyle Larson today. We'll see how scoring works. But how about the 12? This is the 12 signature. Great cars that can't get to the finish of the races. Once again, last week, it was a spin on the racetrack. This week, guys, I didn't see it firsthand, but it looked like it was still on the access road for the 12 car.
Well, we talked about it earlier, Steve, how important it is to have good pace leading, but there's very little grip down there. It's dirty, doesn't get blown off, a lot of dust gets piled up on top of that. Go back and see if that's what happened, but if it did, I mean, I've almost done it. I've almost come off of there and, you know, in the gas really hard and get the right side tires on the wrong side, get it in the grass, and then you're along for the ride.
Yeah, once you drop the tire off in the grass, there's pretty much nothing you can do. We're going to take a look and see how it happened. There he is, far right of the
How do you?
He gets loose.
Wow.
That was wild.
The first time I've ever
Came
seen
around
that.
fast. So it didn't look like he dropped the tire, but I think NASCAR had a big concern about him maybe sliding into the apron or up the racetrack even, and needed to throw this yellow. I got no problem with that. Even though he does get going again, just the danger of that car going across the racetrack is enough for me to get the yellow out. Free pass.
I don't know. It's not shaky.
Free pass is going to go to the 22 of Logano, we're being told by NASCAR.
Interesting.
A lot of cars that are one lap down that had just come to pit road. So, Steve, we're going to see them do the wave around, I'm guessing?
If they've already pitted. The real question, though, is the 19 of Mark Truex Jr. and the 1 of Ross Chastain currently on the scoring monitor. They have pitted and are on the lead lap because they were on pit road or have yet to really blend when the caution comes out. So what happens is you come down pit road, you get into your pit stall, the leader, he stays on the racetrack, he's going to come lap you. But then the caution comes out, so the leader lifts off the gas, he slows down. So now you're losing less time to the leader. So then you are either scored at the start-finish relative to the leader, or if your pit stall's on the second half of pit road, it's to pit out. So we kind of have to untangle this web of where those cars are pitted. If Truex and Chastain are on the lead lap, then they will stay out and they will assume the front row. So it could be a huge break for Mark Truex Jr. in a year where he doesn't seem to be getting any lucky breaks. And I believe that's the case because pit road's now open as we see Kyle Larson turn to the bottom. So Truex and Chastain will take the front row, but first it's about pit stops and hopefully a clean stop for these cars coming to pit road.
And the first one that will see action, Dave.
Christopher Bell's team was committed to a one-stop strategy in the stage. They can get to the end with fuel from here, so we'll see what happens. They have, obviously, tires left. Christopher said, I need to roll the center better, Marty.
Kyle Larson was so close, Dave, to coming to pit road there. Got back out on the racetrack. He actually asked Cliff Daniels, did we hurt ourselves in the process?
I can't.
He said, nope, you're still the leader car. Very good for him. For Denny Hamlin, he said the car was tight, but once he lost that rear grip and slid up the racetrack, he said, I lost all the rear at that moment. And he said, the biggest thing we have to do is be good on the short run.
So the question will be now, Mark Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, can they stay in front of Larson? Maybe this is an opportunity.
Checking the...
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe. Lease an all-wheel drive Hyundai Santa Fe for $289 a month, or get up to $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
So we get the wave. Does Byron get the wave around? Just tell me that, someone. Yes, wave around for the 24. Hallelujah. Right now we're what? I think -4.
Sure, you'll teach her to drive a car. Then use Greenlight and teach her to save up for her own car. Mowing lawns and getting paid. Navigate the world of earning, saving, and investing.
Oh, God, I can't.
Invest in your best investment. Greenlight.
Is Dad posting a farewell to his favorite college freshman? Nope. He's switching his choice cashback category to gas. The road to college can be emotional, but also rewarding.
With the Bank of America customized cash rewards card, you just can't stop getting rewarded.
Elliott, Kyle Busch, Blaney, Cindric, Byron, Burton, and Gregson got the wave around.
And you're like,
Byron restarts
wow,
18th.
Yes. Well, that's
Better
so
have fixed his damn
it's
car.
Like when my barista knows exactly how I taste my chai teas.
Or that I like my hotel room set to 82 degrees.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Like when I get upgraded to a seat in first class.
And being a super fan gets me a VIP pass.
Wow, your customers in a whole new way with Salesforce.
This is supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. It's fast. So gaming with your niece has never felt more intense. Hey, what does this button do?
No, don't!
The fastest internet on the largest gig speed network, only from Xfinity.
You know, at least they saved the car from not getting completely destroyed with a loose wheel. That would have been worse. KP support chase out. No intended. Hold on. Hold on. Is that what? If you're asking where he is right now, he's running in 14th. 14.
Championship on USA.
That was so much fun watching Jeff Burton take AJ Styles around the racetrack and how Corey LaJoie and AJ Styles both experiencing
hi,
each other's
Cremo.
world.
Welcome to the.
It's all happening on USA.
Streaming. Hi, Brian.
NASCAR meets
Brian.
WWE.
All right, Grant, so as we talked about, it's a great show. Shot of Corey LaJoie's car right there. Having a decent day. Currently the 21st position. Good run for the 7. All right. A couple different players behind this pace cam from Coca-Cola. You see the 1 of Ross Chastain on the bottom, the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Here's basically what happened. They came to pit road under green flag pit stops. While on pit road, the yellow comes out. Larson slowing down, actually was slowing down to come to pit road as well, never laps these two cars. So they're like, hit the perfect time to pit because of the reduced speed in the field. They service their cars, they return to the track on the lead lap. So when the lead lap cars pit, they just stay out, and now they're the front row, right? You see Kyle Larson in 3rd, Hamlin in 4th, Harvick in 5th. All of those cars pitted under the caution. They had yet to make their green flag pit stop. One other note, and it's a real small thing. I thought it was going to be a big deal, but you see Joe Logano in 13th. He was
Like Gregson did not get a free pass.
The 9 of Chase Elliott took the wave around. It really is
He's
just
back
a little
in
bit of track position.
23rd, a lap
What you need
down.
to know if you're a Chase Elliott fan, and there's a lot of them out there, your man's all right. He came under green, he took the wave around, he's on the lead lap in 14th. Really, all the playoff cars are still on the lead lap other than Chase Briscoe,
the only car out.
who's out of the race.
And Steve, they don't have to stop again. Only 52 laps to go.
52 laps to go. They don't have to stop again, but I'm going to tell you these tires are going to be slippery if they have to run all 52 on one set.
Here we go as they go to start lap 216. Sorry, start lap 217. We're green. Once more. Martin Truex Jr. looking the outside. Denny Hamlin trying to look to the bottom. 3 wide between Hamlin, Truex, and Ross Chastain. And the leader is Denny Hamlin.
What a restart for Denny Hamlin.
It's something that he needs. He was already leading the in a top 4 position heading into this race. But a win would secure it.
We know he has a great car, but how will it be in traffic?
Kevin Harvick side drafting him. Harvick's trying to take the spot away from Larson.
The car you saw making that aggressive move back straightaway. AJ Allmendinger all the way up to 8th place here. Still battling on the inside of Austin Dillon. Harvick right in front of them. Tucks back in line. Battle for second right here. 19 in the 1 car.
Well, they're side by side. You saw the 6 also. But Brad Keselowski, he is up inside the top 5.
2 non-winners in the top 4. Truex trying to hold off Chastain as he tries to chase down his teammate.
Not quite handling perfectly for Denny early in these runs. That clean air is going to really improve the grip in this 11 car.
Kyle Larson back there in 5th. This is the first time in a long time he's been behind other cars, so now his car drives completely different than it did before.
Goes to the bottom of the racetrack, can't get by Brad Keselowski.
It might be side by side coming off of 4 though.
Have the speed to try to clear him down the front straightaway. He does. Larson tried to side draft and slow him down just a little bit. Couldn't get it done. Now Brad chops him off down here in turn 1.
48 laps to go.
Defends any kind of move to the inside there.
Larson back up against the wall. What move will he make this time? Down at the bottom of the racetrack again. This time,
Truex trying to battle on the inside.
Down there, but has the momentum in the middle of the racetrack. For the lead.
That was a good run from Truex. He's gonna stay anchored to the side panel. Here he goes, side drafting. 47 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. sweeps by and will take the lead from Denny Hamlin. But can he drive away, or will Hamlin continue the challenge? And Ross Chastain back there, will he continue moving up?
Now the fight is for Larson to try to get up there and retake first position. Can he do it?
Martin Truex Jr. up front. He's led 3 laps today, trying to add to that right here, and the 5 right up against the fence.
Just as he does better than anyone else here.
He's got a great run. Home Brad down the front straightaway, looks low here. Brad's going to fire it into the corner so he can't slide job or do anything like that on entry. They'll be side by side here off of turn 2. Brad's running tight.
Off the racetrack, the 5 goes.
Come on.
Close.
Yeah, but Larson's got forward momentum into turn 3. Watch what he does with it. Drives it to the bottom. Is he going to stay on the bottom? He does.
Trying to slide up.
Here, clear. He is clear.
There he goes.
In front of him, side by side.
And in front of him, it's Chastain and Hamlin battling it out for second spot.
All season long, these two have been side by side, fighting for position, and Chastain takes the spot away from Denny Hamlin.
Trying the top around the 6. He's going to do it. Larson down the back straightaway. He's going to have the momentum on Brad on the high side. Finally getting in position.
Chastain passes Hamlin, and Hamlin loses another point to the cut line.
Here, look at him move forward. Just an inch away, if not hitting the wall at times.
And a great turn for the 6 of Brad Keselowski, able to stay almost with Larson.
Almost spins him. The twitch.
Yeah,
Larson holds on to that car.
Cameras on the driver's side. They can see what's going on there. He chopped Brad off into that corner. Brad's probably not real happy with that.
So Larson up to 4. It's Truex, Chastain, Hamlin, Larson, Keselowski. This was how close it was.
Wow. That was close.
Larson chops him.
And Larson's coming up to Hamlin. That'll make it even worse for Hamlin, lose another point.
Now the 5. Larson trying to get the 11.
Closing in on Denny Hamlin, but it's Martin Truex Jr. out in front here in Miami.
In the future, everything will be powered
I won't be able
by
to see a
renewable
thing.
energy.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5, which is helpful if you struggle with.
Sonic commercials suck just as bad. I don't even know why I thought the TikTok commercial is the worst. Sonic commercials combine for just unbearable stuff.
We choose raw materials over ready-made. It takes a special kind of person to build their world from scratch.
Fastest car in the right now looks like it's Ross.
Northern Tool's a problem solver's paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
A good crew knows conditions can change, especially in life.
Oh my god.
That's why the crew at Carvana gives you 7 days to make sure your car fits your needs. Triplets. This calls for third row seating.
The wild child of the family. The first ever GR Toyota. Let's go places.
don't wait to hear it from others.
This will be in the tabloids.
Because the new voice coach is making headlines.
I'm not impressed.
That's what a very threatened person would say.
The Voice, streaming on Peacock.
Oh my God. Larson passed Hamlin. Hamlin's now, I think, +1. Meanwhile, I can see that Byron has been nipping, trying to closer to Blaney.
38 laps to go. It's NASCAR Cup Series playoffs on NBC. This telecast presented by T-Mobile. And now the 11, giving the fight back to the 5 of Larson. We will have extended coverage on Peacock after the race. NASCAR post-race show. Make sure to stay with us for that.
These guys right here trying to sort this out. Larson wants to get clear so he can try to see about driving up to the top 2. Chastain, Truex out front, running pretty much equal times, about a second apart. And then this battle right here.
Find a natural rhythm, and the speed is going to come your way. They're going to come back to you. Natural rhythm, smooth.
Look at the move by the 11. Denny Hamlin
trying
dives
to fight
the bottom
back
of the racetrack or the middle, trying to make it work. He gets beside the 5,
but does not get next to him on corner exit. And Allmendinger's dogging him for 4th.
Be a little patient.
Okay, actually now it's +2, not +1. And here comes the dinger.
With the fire-off speed of the colleague car. Makes a lot of gains on restarts. Side by side down the front straightaway. He should get the position here, diving off into turn 1.
That's +1 for Hamlin.
AJ races these guys aggressively. He doesn't run every race. He will next year.
Byron passed Blaney.
Does not give them any inch. Not at all.
Now it's tied at +0.
3/10 quicker than Truex. 3/10 quicker than Chastain. So Larson's car is just starting to fire off on this run. Let's see if he can run.
Blaney had the better run down the backstretch.
Big run by Blaney.
Byron has the high line.
In the 12 as he's trying to get by William Byron.
They're battling for 15th. Rick back here in a mess. A lot of traffic in front of them. Look at 2 sliding around on the bottom of the racetrack.
And again, Larson 2/10 quicker. Blaney trying to work himself back up through this field, remember.
Okay, problem is the next car that Byron can pass is Elliott. That's not going to be pretty.
These cars never seem to run as good after you spin them out. I mean, you know, the old cars recover pretty well, but for whatever reason, this car here, I know plus the track position is a massive issue.
Also,
20th or worse.
The next position that Hamlin could lose is Keselowski coming up and Austin Dillon behind him.
Sitting in 25th.
Austin Dillon was able to recover well from his snafu on pit road, which was bad. I think 23.1 pit stop. On Reddick is not. He's back in 25th.
Oh, yeah. Kyle Larson is coming. 4/10 of a second a lap. The question is how quickly can he get by the 1, really, for me. Oh, look here.
The 11 fighting back on Allmendinger. You see the 5 up in front of these 2. Kim.
11's fighting back to get back 4th. Wants those points, security. Right now, he's minus, I think, 5 or 4 to where he started the day. But 3 cars are coming up behind him. And they've had, at least one of them has had better lap times. Suarez passed by Byron, so Blake Hamlin has another point back. 33 to go. Larson is by far the fastest car on the track. He moves to second spot according to the timing and scoring.
They struggled with short run speed in the 11 car, but got back past AJ Allmendinger a moment ago, now in 4th. Just did what was told him a moment ago. Now get into your rhythm. The 5 is going to, quote, be a bulldozer coming up through the field, tag onto the back of him, and follow him. And there he is, to his promise, trying to get second, Rick.
Around the outside, and
he gets it.
Now it's Chastain.
It's a 1.8 second gap. Ken Larson, 1.9. Can Larson catch up to Truex? Or can Truex hold it off to be the 20th different winner?
And we heard the crew chief. He was trying to calm him down.
I don't care either way.
Get in your rhythm because you know you can catch it.
The NASCAR
and we're back under commercial. Larson was able to shave off a quarter of a second. The lap. This is the next lap. Man, what did they do to the 24 car? Running so well early in the day, and then it ran like crap the last 100. Sucks. I'm much happier with this car, but it doesn't work well in traffic. Now it's 1.49. Man. Actually, I mentioned that Larson able to close in a bit, but that gap has stalled at around 1.5.
Larson has ground to gain, Rick, but Cliff Daniels, his crew chief, trying to coach his driver on. Listen. Remember, you can do this all day. They cannot do that. Smooth rhythm. The 19 is downshipping, and he's being really hard on his rears right now. That means to beat him, you keep your yours, and you keep your pit stuff. You're doing great. And for the cheerleader, Cliff Daniels, and what he's talking about is you can run that high line all day long. Nobody else can. Go attack. Go get him.
Blaney passed Byron. That's +3 for Hamlin. Okay, it's a battle right now for the position.
You must do this. 24 to go. He's laying a path of success out for Kyle Larson. But can Kyle put together the 24 laps in a year where he has self-admittedly made more mistakes than he really allows himself to make? It's what eliminated him from the playoffs. A mistake at the Roval. Can he run 24 clean laps in, and can he run down that 19?
And on the flip side for the 19, they're intermittently getting on the radio and giving him updates on what Larson is doing with his lap times. Currently, Truex P1 in terms of lap times, Larson P2. So they came on the radio and said, you beat him that time. Otherwise, nothing on the radio from the 19. And they had great long runs.
Caution! Oh, Reddick spinning out! Oh, damn, yeah, that front's destroyed.
A lot of damage to the front end.
We've seen him struggle with this car all day, really. Yeah, off of turn 2 where we've seen some drivers with some issue. Looks like a little bit of a fire or something on the back of the right rear of the AMR teams on board on the scene.
It's all right, his window net's down.
Window net coming down. And they will check him out and they'll head to the Eastwood Care Center. A lot of hard hits this season. And another one here for Tyler Reddick. It's good to see.
Oh, man. So it's going to be close. We'll probably start around 20 laps to go.
Right side of the screen. Just gets loose. I mean, it's so strange to see these guys lose the side force and not be able to really collect the car.
Oh.
Inside wall, really hard. That bend in the wall is really access for the vehicles as you see it on the right side of the screen. Try to do away with those bends in the walls everywhere they can. Yeah. And, so the back of these cars, they, with this new next gen, they straighten and move the rear tailpiece over a little bit so it's symmetrical left and right side on the truck.
All right, anyway. So I'm guessing a lot of cars are probably going to go pit for tires. Considering the tire wear on this track's pretty big.
These cars do not have that. So once you get beyond a certain point of yaw, the spin is unsavable and you lose all of the side force. The car comes around quickly.
Here we go
So
now.
cars on their way to pit road with race leader Mark Truex Jr. in front, Kim.
And we'll follow the stops first. Ross Chastain.
Oh, Truex spins on pit road. Holy crap. What the hell? Oh my god. The race leader loses it entering his pit stall. Oh my god. That's going to ruin their race. Oh my god.
Boy, pit road has been crazy today, Kim. Denny Hamlin said, I cannot get off the corner, especially turn 4, too free on exit. Kyle Larson with a quick stop by the 5 bunch. You can tell by the confidence in Larson's voice. He was going.
Oh my god, cars trying to move around. 16's a little sideways in the Elliott gained a ton of positions there.
It was definitely off the bumper of the 5. I don't know if
Truex.
The speed lane. See, he kind of is slowing down, obviously, in front of the
Front row is going to be Larson and Denny for the restart.
What's the etiquette? You normally
looks like, or maybe that's just
I mean, it seems like
because of the pit road
odd kind of
timing.
stack, and then right here, great work by the pit crew. You see the jack get hit.
Yeah.
So thankful this pit crew was heads up and had an escape plan. Very dangerous situation for the 19.
Yeah, I mean, great response by
Okay,
those
true. I was
guys.
wondering if he stalled, but no, he got going. But man, that's heartbreaking. It's a spin on pit road while leading the race. Yeah, that's. And then we have the only non-winner left in the top. We got. So we have 3. Kozlowski, Stenhouse, a Dinger, and Stenhouse.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. The 19 car didn't turn and blend toward the stall like he typically would, as if he might have realized that he was actually going by the stall. You can't, you would never really turn in that late, so I wonder if Martin actually drove up on the stall, almost missing it. And notice this or realize this at the very last minute. Slows down really quickly. The 5, he can't do anything about it. Ends up turning him around.
And I have to ask myself, as the sun starts to set, you're driving down pit road, looking into the sun, looking for your pit stall. Just wonder if he kind of lost track of where he was. Because I'm with you, Junior. Like, see all the other cars.
We got a lot of cars taking the wave run now. 25 on the lead lap.
19, when he does get spun, I'm not sure he would have made the pit stall anyway. There's no way he would have made it into his own pit stall.
Right. I think he's actually maybe missed his pit stall. Just about missed it. Recognize it at the last second.
And if you're Larson, it's your job to be right.
And you ended up in it anyway.
That car in front of you. Watch the rear tires on the 19 car. Because you heard Larson say he thought he locked his tires up.
See, Martin kind of the steering in Martin's car though is really subtle. It's not like a freak, reaction to missing your. I'm thinking Martin, maybe Martin turned in there thinking everything's okay, but it was just Martin wanted to do a 90-degree turn into the stall, and you need to blend a little sooner so you don't get run over, Marty.
Yeah, Cliff Daniels continuing to coach his driver, Kyle Larson. He said, no doubt, he hit the brakes in front of me. And Cliff Daniels saying he would have gone 2 to 3 stalls past his own stall. There was no way he was going to make his stall. So trying to calm his driver down a little bit and reassure him, hey, that was just a mistake on their part, not your part.
Yeah, I just need to hear what this 19 team's opinion is about the whole event.
You're seeing Coach Joe Gibbs there, team owner.
Oh, boy.
And frown on his face, doesn't look happy about what just took place.
It was definitely a freak situation. Nothing
2 playoff drivers going to be next to Larson. Denny to the side, Chastain either behind Hamlin or behind Larson.
Any ill intent on the 5? Kim, what are you hearing?
Yeah, I checked in with the team. He didn't hear anything on the radio.
Hello, Thomas Metters. How are you?
Not seeing his
Been a
sign or
slow
his box,
weekend
so I
for
asked him.
subs. I hope you're
Point blank
doing
said,
well.
No, the 5 spun us. So no indication from the 19 team that they
Hope you're
feel
enjoying
like
the
they
race.
missed their box.
Admittedly, it's been
Despite how
slightly
far out
boring,
they were
I will
from
admit.
The pit stalls, they
But
think it was truly the 5
I'm still on the edge of my
spinning
seat.
There you go. That's the
I don't know how this is going to go.
I'm not sure if I see it exactly that way.
And I just realized my microphone is loose.
Remember, the rule is
There
before you go into your pit stall, but you can't drive through 3. So normally drivers will be already in a pit stall that is in front of theirs. And Mark Truex Jr. was almost beside the pit stall that he was trying to get into right when he got hit.
That was he's way far deep into the pit stall before he started to turn in. I'm just
Good to see you're doing well.
There was no sort of reaction. You know, his steering wheel was very subtle to turn in, so maybe in his opinion he was going to be fine. He certainly turned in really late, and you would want to fade left to get yourself out of any situation where the 5 might hit you. And you know, if you got those guys on your bumper, you cannot slow down your pace in lane.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I think it could be shaping up to be a nice finish.
So Mark Truex Jr. now shuffles back out
24 cars on the lead lap.
as they get ready for the choose. And Larson will restart on the outside of now Denny Hamlin, who will make up row 1. It will be 17 laps of racing to go to find out, can Denny Hamlin secure a spot with a win here?
George Chastain.
Put Mark Truex Jr. all the way back in 19th place. That little incident on pit road.
All right, so now we got the front row. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson. All day long, Denny Hamlin was complaining about his car. My car will not take off. We saw them make it better. Kyle Larson.
Yeah, he did mess up, but yep, that's racing.
So it's Kyle Larson's job just to get a great launch right here.
All right, so we've been judging how the 19 is getting the pit stall. Let's watch the 1 of Ross Chastain. Same idea, not the 11's just as close. Watch Ross. He's going to blend left and then decel. He pulls out of the fast lane at pit road speed. He doesn't allow the 11 to catch him in the rear bumper. That is what is normal to me. The 19, whether it was a mistake not seeing it or maybe...
Hey, Ross is behind Larson for the restart.
The fact is, that did not look like the 1 at all. That entry for the 19 car looks much different than what is expected, and obviously much different than the 5 expected.
The other thing this did is a lot of people stayed out. Now there's 24 cars in the lead lap. So if you're a point guy and you don't finish this race off, if you have trouble, that caution right there could have a huge bearing on how many points you earn at the end of this day.
17 laps to go.
I just gotta ignore my screen for the time being. Here we go, green at Miami, 17 laps to go. Ooh, this 11 almost sideways off of Austin Dillon. Now that would have been catastrophic. As they run Hamlin's +5. Ooh, it's gonna. Ross Chastain passes Hamlin. But Hamlin's gonna cross over. Austin Dillon running up in the 4th spot. Ooh, Chastain's trying to shove up. Almost blocking Hamlin. Can't stop the momentum though. Hamlin back to 2nd spot.
Tries to get by the 1 of Ross Chastain.
Harvick in 4th. Chastain 3rd. And here comes Allmendinger diving down into the next turn. There's a gaggle of cars behind, all struggling for position. Well, some of them are a lap down, actually.
AJ making a few spots right there down to the inside. Passes 4 into 3 in turns 3 and 4. And William Byron having all kinds of issues. He's all the way back to 18th.
And with that, below the cut line now.
-7. That's worse than where he came in. Like, he needs Hamlin to have a crash or something.
All above that cut line. Byron, Blaney, Bell, and Briscoe below.
Plus, oh God.
Again, the Collie car with great fire-off speed. He needs to get these spots while he can.
Allmendinger to 3rd.
Allmendinger now up to 3rd. Pressure coming from the wall.
14 laps to go. That 16's coming fast. He's going to the inside of the 11. Wow. Where did he come from? Well, he's been running well all day. And behind him is Ross Chastain. He's going to try and split the middle. Oh. Going to slide up. Oh, man. Allmendinger to second, Chastain to third. Hamlin lost 2 positions in 1 set of turns. And Allmendinger chased him down. But here comes Ross Chastain to the outside. Dinger diving low into 1 and 2. Last lap, Dinger was faster, but so is Chastain. I'm talking about compared to Larson. Yeah, because those two are charging hard. And here comes Chastain to the inside of the 16. Larson, all these drivers fighting for something. Oh, fuck you for turning off. Of course it just did that. Larson battling for owners to get the car into the Owners' Championship. Chastain looking to get into the Champ 4 for drivers. Allmendinger looking to get another win for himself. Become the 20th different winner of the season. They're all running close to each other. Hamlin falling back to 5th, having been passed by Austin Dillon, is +1. Byron's fought up back to, well, not really fought up to, can you call it fought up when it's still kind of lagging behind? Truex is 9th. No, from Chastain. Yeah, because they're trying to, they got to race against each other. Unless we have another caution. 9 to go. Come on.
And the points have Hamlin and Byron tied right now.
+1 for Byron.
A spot. Chase Elliott in 13th. He's only +10 above the cut line. Such a
Oh my gosh.
What a race between these two. Look at him.
He comes all the way down the racetrack to try to side draft Chastain.
Chastain taking it back. This battle's letting the 5 slip away.
This is fun. He's going to try.
Bye, Brian, a Rockville fan.
It's going to be fun to watch next year. Running a full time in this car.
Ooh, Chastain hits the wall. And there, he's still, not yet, he hasn't. 7 laps to go. Larson is the fastest car on the track. Byron's +1 right now. He's in 14th. Hamlin, 5th. Come on, man. Chastain's the highest running driver points-wise. Besides, well, Logano was probably up there as well. Yeah, they brought a fast one. Truex is the fastest car.
Fielding the 16 for A.J. Allmendinger. He will run full time next year for that organization. In the Cup Series, he's fighting for an Xfinity Series championship right now with Colleague as well. Ross Chastain, a Florida native, up into the wall again.
But this time he's starting to pull away from Allmendinger a bit. +2 for Byron. He passed Elliott.
So special is there not 5 simple laps. They might be running away from the wall down here in 1 and 2, but down at 3 and 4, even Kyle Larson leading, even with a 1-second lead, that is one little bit of entry speed. A little back to the throttle too hard. Look how close he is to the wall. You can lose a second with one simple mistake.
All the way up against the wall. It'll be
4 laps to go now at Miami. Hamlin. Hamlin loses 2 positions now. Passed by Keselowski and Truex. He's now -4.
-3 between him and Byron. Let's take a look. Yeah, watch these cars.
Oh, yeah, he scraped the wall.
In the wall. And see, he got in the wall and he couldn't get away from it. And now, all these guys going by at 1 point.
And now Kevin Harvick, oh no, it would be the next car, but he's a second behind.
Oh, the 19th slowed down a little bit off the 4.
Oh, come on.
Driving through the field. Gets by his teammate now. Looks like he might be giving up a spot.
Oh, don't you dare.
Under 3 laps to go. The gap now, 1.3 seconds from Larson to Chastain.
Oh, Hamilton's got somebody up. Truex fights back.
He did.
But cannot clear the 19.
And Harvick's closing in.
Maybe Truex had an issue at 3 and 4. I wasn't sure what was going on, but looks like he's not going to give that position up if he doesn't have to.
There's the battle for second again. Chastain and Allmendinger.
And second, still held by
Byron +5. He passed Buescher. Probably not going to gain any more points now because Bell's 1.5 seconds ahead of him, and he's two laps to go.
Allmendinger looking to the inside one more time.
Man, this is what you live for at Homestead. You never know when someone can pull off that bonsai move.
Former teammates on the top of the screen in the Xfinity Series.
All right. Chastain and Dinger about 1.5 seconds behind the leader. But right now, after that, it's all eyes on Kyle Larson in the Valvoline Chevy. As he comes to the stripe, it's 1 lap to go. A year of basically disappointments for Larson. 2 wins only so far. Eliminated in the round of 12, but still kept that 5 car in the owners' playoffs. Last week, he was wrecked intentionally by Bubba Wallace during stage 2. Effectively nuking the car out of any contention to make the final 4 for the owners. But now, Kyle Larson making through 3 and 4. A dominant performance at Homestead Miami Speedway. He's going to make it through. Kyle Larson off of 4. Wins at Homestead. Career win number 19, and it locked the 5 car into the owners' playoffs final 4. Ross Chastain second, Allmendinger third, Dillon fourth, Keselowski fifth, Truex sixth, Denny Hamlin seventh, Harvick eighth, Kyle Busch ninth, Daniel Suarez in 10th. William Byron recovered enough to finish in 11th. Bell finishes 11th. Byron recovered enough to finish 12th. Elliott finished 14th, Blaney in 17th, and Logano in 18th.
Eliminated from the playoffs after the round of 12, but he comes right back here, the second race of the round of 8, and wins convincingly here, leading 199 laps.
199 out of 267.
Some guys brought a little more pace there right at the end. A late yellow as well, and a battle on that final restart.
This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. There's been quite a few of these moments for the 30-year-old out of Elk Grove.
Yeah, there was a spin in, looked like, coming off of the last turn. And that's your race. Larson is the winner. You know what? We didn't get any new subs today, but you know what? It was a respectable day for the drivers, so who am I to complain? Hopefully I'll get there soon. Luke of Magog, thank you for subscribing. Oh, I guess well, unless YouTube refuses to acknowledge it. So that... Yeah, thank you, man. Anyway, view count, 265. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. Next week is Martinsville, which is 2 races, Xfinity and Cup. I believe I'll be able to make both. It's also usually where I get my most, by far the most views out of any of my streams, because people just like to watch Martinsville. Thank you so much for coming out. This is BowserJrXD signing off. Have a good one.